my spotlight, and my full screen. Okay.
Yes. The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. At the far end of town where the green grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today, where the Rorex once stood just as long as it could before somebody lifted the Rorex away. What was the Rorex, and why was it there, and why was it lifted and taken somewhere from the far end of town where the grickle grass grows? The old ones still lives here, ask him, he knows. You won't see the Onceler don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of milk muffled move. And on special thing, midnights in August, he speaks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope, he lays down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail. And the shell of the great 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 grandfather's nail. Then he pulls up the pail, makes the most careful count to see if you paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his snub, his secret strange hole in his globulous globe. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper my poem, for the secrets I tell are for your ears alone. Slop down slopes the whisper my phone to your ear, and the old onceler's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snurgly hose, and it sounds like he has smallish bees up his nose.
Very nice. It's so close.
Now I tell you, he says with his teeth sounding great, how the rocks get lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the songs of the Swami songs long out in space. One morning, I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the tropical trees, the bright colored tops of the tropical trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees, I saw brown babaloos frisking about in their babaloo suits as they played in the shade and they tropical fruits. From the reporter's pond came the comfortable sound of the humming, fish humming, while sparrows around. But those tropical trees, all my life I'd been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tops was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of rushing butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping and overjoying in my heart. I knew just what I do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a tropical tree we don't chop, and with great skillful skill and with great speed, I took the soft top and I knit a thread. The instant I'd finished, I heard a gazump. I looked, I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I'd chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him, that's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mousy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy.
Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. What's that thing you've made out of my truffle tops? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I am doing no harm. I am being quite useful. This thing is neat. A sneeze of fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But but it has other uses. Yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpet, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, Sir, you are crazy with greed. There's no one on earth who'd buy that first need. But the very next minute I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute a chap came along, and he thought that the sneak I had needed was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor stupid guy. You never can tell what some people will buy. I repeat, I cried to Lorax. I speak for the trees. I'm busy. I told him, shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room, and in no time at all, with the radio phone, I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts, and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Wansler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Niche. Turn left at Wewakan, Wewakan. Sharp right at South Stitch.
And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Wonsler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting things just as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffle trees. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super X hacker, which whacked four truffle trees at once backer. We were making it four time as fast as before, and the Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week, he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown Babalus, who played in the shade in their Babalus suite and happily lived eating truffle fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffle food to go round. And my poor babalus are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. I have to find food and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I the once felt sad as I watched them all go. But business is business and business must grow, regardless of promise in tummies, you know. I mean no harm, I most truly did not. But I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory, I biggered my loads, I biggered my wagons, I biggered the loads of the knees I shipped out. I was shipping that force to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more knees. And I biggered my money, which everyone needs.
Nice, go ahead.
Then again, he came back. I was fixing some pipes. When that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. I am the Lorax. He coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled, he snaggled, he sniffed. Onceler, he cried with a crofulous croak. Onceler, you are making such a smuggler's smoke. My poor swami swans, why they can sing a note. No one can sing who has smoke in his throat. And so, say the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smoke you've smoked up around here. What's more, snapped the Lorax, his tender was up. Let me say a few words about Globly Glob. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making Globly Glob or so Globtrix Glob. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I will show you, you dirty old Oncelerman you. You are glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off, or their future is dreary. They will walk on the fins and get willfully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad, I got terribly mad. I yelled at Lorax, now listen here, Dad. All you do is yup yup and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, Eurorex, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truffler trees into sneeze, which everyone needs.
And at that very moment, we heard a loud whoop. From outside in the fields came a sickening smoke of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall. The very last truffle trees of them all. No more trees, no more need, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and aunts, everyone, all awaited me goodbye. They jumped into my car and drove away under the smoggled stars.
Now all that was left beneath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad backward glance, as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hasted himself and took leave of this place, through a hole in the smoke without leaving a trace.
And all that the Lorax left here in the mess was a small pile of logs with the one word. Unless whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away. Through the years, while my building has fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart.
But now say the Onceler, now that you are here, the word of the Rolex seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is gonna get better, it's not. So catch, calls the Onceler, he lets something fall. It's a truffler seed, it's the last one of all. You are in charge of the last of the truffler seed, and the truffler trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffler, treat it with care.
Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protected it from exits that hack. Then the Rolex and all of his friends may come back.
Excellent. Have a seat.
Sir, can I do it again because I was too nervous, so I couldn't do it very